Location detection free. Sphere gap. Shock sensor. Shock sensor connection wire. Earphone. Power cord. Output wire. USB wire. Sampling box. Cable for distance detector low resistance case. This is the cable fault detector. This is the connection wire. Now we show how to use it. Insert the connection wire to the output jack. Then open the machine. This is the interface after opening the machine. Use the red and black clips to clamp to the two faces of the cable. We pay attention to the display on the screen. At first, judge the range according to the cable length. My cable is over 100 meters. So we choose the first range, which is within 100 meters. If your cable is 1000 meters or over that, then your cable is within that range. Press the range button, it means multiply the distance by twice. Press the pulse button. Turn the gain button to adjust the amplitude. Now we can see a big upward waveform on the screen. This is the open circuit place of the cable. The upward waveform means the open circuit fault. You can see the floor length of the cable is separated between the face. Move the cursor to the inflection point of the upward waveform. Press the speed button. Here turns to black. Change the speed to 172. Press speed button. We can see the fault distance is 128. So the roll of cable is 128 meters long. If the cable have face-to-face short circuit, then please pay attention to the waveform. Press the pulse button. It is a negative waveform. It is upward waveform. Here is the turn point. It means from the beginning point to the fault point, the distance is 128 meters. Cable fault distance tester high resistance case. When test high resistance fault, we are using flashover method. Now let's introduce the accessories and instruments we need. Headphone, sphere gap, Shock sensor. The receiver. The fault distance detector. High voltage generator. Connect high voltage output terminal to the top of sphere gap. The terminal at the downside of sphere gap connect to the fault cable. Steel armor of cables connect to ground. Put the sampling box parallel to the ground line. The discharge rod connects to the ground wire. Plug the test wire into the output port. Open the machine. Open the high voltage generator. At this time, the zero lamp and the power lamp is on. Press the start button. Please note the HV generator should be grounded to avoid it from burning. To start, the work light is on. Adjust the voltage by the knob slowly. Until hear this kind of sound. Each time the sphere gap is discharging and the cable fault point is discharging at the same time. At that time, we go to the corresponding place and use the shock sensor to listen to the sound from the ground. Press pulse button, there will be similar waveform. The cursor to the dense place of the waveform. Proportion key. Press right key to extend it. Press proportion key and set one point as the 0 point. Press 0 key. This place is set as the 0 point. Then we move the cursor to another value of the waveform. This is the fault distance of the cable. Then set the speed as 172. See the fault distance again. We find the discharge point as per the distance and use shock sensor to listen to the sound underground to confirm the fault location. We show how to use the shock sensor. Connect the shock sensor with the receiver. Then plug in the headphone to the receiver. Turn on the machine and press the VF key. From the earphone, we can hear the discharge from the underground. The gain button can adjust the size of the sound. Above show how to use the shock sensor. Now we turn off the fault locator machine. At the last time of high volt discharge, turn the HV adjusting knob to 0 suddenly, like this. Press the stop button. Connect the discharge rod to discharge indirectly. This part equals a high resistance. Let's conduct current limiting discharge. When the discharge is almost over, we discharge directly. Now the discharge is over. We can shut down the high voltage generator. Thanks for watching the operation video prepared by HD Hipot tester. Thank you for watching the tutorial video prepared by HD Hipot tester.